Alright, you lot, how's it going? I was just exploring an old church. And I looked over down the field and I see like this old, like an old rusty shed thing. I thought to myself, oh man, I'm gonna go and have a look at that. But I was just having a look, there's an old church up there. Oh, you can see it there. Oh, it's great. It's built in 1300 and something or another. But anyway, I looked over down this field. This field looks like it's been bloody ploughed. Very small field though. And I see this old rusty like shed thing. Like, I thought, wow, let's go and have a look at that. I like exploring stuff like that. See what I can find. That looks interesting, doesn't it? Very interesting. Ah, there's a chair there. Look. It's been set on fire. Someone set the bloody thing on fire. That's a shame. Don't know what it would have been. Some kind of toilets or something. Maybe. Going by what's around on the outside there. Pipe work and that. Some kind of toilet block. I don't know why. Why would there have been a toilet block or a little toilet container at the edge of a bloody farmer's field? That's interesting. It definitely was a toilet block because there's another remains of a toilet. But this is like an old field. Well, not an old field. Farming field that's been ploughed. That's interesting. Another door there. I've only got bloody, I can't open my hand. That door, it goes into the same room. So that men's and women's toilets probably. Things like that fascinate me. I think to myself, why is that there? This field must have been something at some point and not a farmer's field that's been ploughed, because why would that be there otherwise? Interesting. Very interesting. There's a bit more down there, look behind it. A bit more of a field. I'm not going to be able to get down there with all the brambles. It goes down to some houses and whatnot else. Fascinating. This would have been like a really great, oh, there's a bit of a coat hanger down there. This would have been a nice area back that church up there that I was looking at. That's a separate video. This would have been a great area back then, 800 or something years ago. I mean, you know, there wouldn't have been any houses around, maybe one or two near the church, I suppose, within walking distance probably, but hardly any. No roads, no background noise of cars and motorbikes. Would have been silent, apart from the birds tweeting. You know. And now, what we've got, you got houses and flats, all the rooftops in the background. It's 5 o'clock in the morning now, 5 AM, and you can already hear loads and loads of cars everywhere. I think it's mad to think that back then people had different things to think about, different problems, different worries, you know, probably just, I'd like to think they had a calm life, you know, a little bit of a field like this perhaps, a bit of farming, grow your own food, might even go and buy a bit of bread if you can. Back in the year 1000. You might have to worry that would you have to worry that you're going to be attacked? Don't know. I mean, these days we all live so close together in houses, you know, we close together we have different people close together. We all, you know, you have to think about what kind of a person you're going to have living next to you. Whereas back then, you had loads of space. Go and build a little cottage wherever you wanted. Look at the space. And now, in the year 2025, there's still a church from that period, but there's a rusty old burnt out toilet block in the field. Amazing, eh? I look around and I imagine, you know, there's that burnt out toilet block that we just went to go and explore. But I do imagine what it was like around here when that church behind me there was built. None of this would have been here. It would have all just been random, probably just fields. I'd love to know. Probably not even farmed fields, just land, open land, trees, the odd little cobble path. Would they have had a horse and cart in 1300? I don't know. Would I had horses? I don't know whether they would have had carts. Probably. Most definitely, I would imagine. Great, isn't it? Great. These modern days, everyone moans at each other. Everyone is terrible, you know, awful towards one another these days. I wonder what it was like back then. What was it like back then? Were people nice to each other? Or did you have to always be on guard in case you get mugged by a highwayman or whatever they were? Don't know. Anyway, that was fun. We went and explored a rusty old toilet block in a field. What more could you ask for? What a great life we have. Where would you rather be? That was a few minutes of your life that you're never going to get back. And I bet it was well spent, wasn't it? It was. It was well spent. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Take care. And if you know anything about the year 1300 in England, in the southeast of England, put it in the comments, you know. I want to know all about it, because I love history, but I don't know a lot about it. So I'll see you on the next one. Take care, you lot, all the best. And just respect everything. Respect everything and everybody. That way, we'll have a nice life, yeah? Don't go ripping down old buildings and ripping down that, and respect stuff. It was here. If something has lasted 100, 200, 300, 400, 1,000 years, it needs to stay there for another 1,000 years. Yeah? Don't rip it down and put a new house. Bloody people. See you later.